Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. Isn't it cute? Okay, so the following video was filmed live. Feel free to fast forward, rewind, pause. I've only made a few edits to the video, and I want to say thank you guys so much for your understanding. I will resume my normal schedule, the way I normally do things after our move in September, but right now I'm trying to just survive everything. So thank you so much, and if you need anything, let me know. I hope you enjoy the project. Okay, so tonight we are using some new product, but before we get started, I wanted to make sure you guys understand that the product is not available until June 3rd when the annual catalog goes live. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how this project came to be. I've not been home all weekend. We went to the lake, and when I came home today, the little baby wrens, they built a nest on our deck. Did I say that right? A nest on our deck. Yes. And they were learning to fly today. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what in the world I'm going to make. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, okay, wait a second. I got birds on the brain. I had to scare off a cat. I had to take Bella out front all day long because the little baby birds were flying everywhere, learning. It was the cutest thing ever. They're officially gone, which breaks my heart. So when we're done making the project, remind me to show y'all the baby pictures. Man, they were just eating from their mom on May 2nd, and now today they have flown away. It's crazy. So we're using Birds and Branches. It just is too cute. And it has coordinating framelits. So these are the dies that coordinates with it. We will be using those as well as the stamp set. We're also using Tasteful Touches. This stamp set, I showed both of these during the haul video, but I told you the wrong dies. So these dies are the dies that's in this bundle. So I misspoke. Sorry about that. I was so excited that I didn't get that. I didn't say it correctly. I think I posted that on my blog though, that I messed up. So of the two sets of dies that we're using, this is the one that we're using from this set, and then we're using all of these, what are they called? They're called Birds and More dies. Okay, so other housekeeping notes. Chick Candy 78 was just posted on my website today. This one is a brand new set in the new catalog. I was able to get the bundle, and then I was able to purchase the stamp set. So I still have one, but I'm giving one away. So there's Chick Candy 78. Stampin' Anonymous Tutorials. We are making box 34B. So, and I posted 34A this morning on my website, like the PDF, and I forgot to put the measurements on the bottom. That just kind of shows where my brain's been. I've since corrected the A version, which doesn't have A, it just says 34, okay? So I've corrected that. So this will be on my website when I get this box made. Supplies that we are using. So we are using the brand new color Bumblebee. It looks a lot like crushed curry, but it's darker, richer. We're using Old Olive, Very Vanilla. We're using the gusseted bags. These are carrying over from the mini catalog to the annual catalog. And then we're using 3 pieces of the Bumblebee Designer Series paper. They're in the Designer Series paper stacks. Okay. So I've cut the first one to measure 3.5 by 3 1/4, and then 2 pieces that measure 3.5 by 1 inch. Okay, I can get everything out of the way. Now, let's go ahead and stamp our images so that when we get the die cutting machine, we will only have to get it out once. So here's the nest. Here's the birds. I swear these birds look like little wrens. If their beaks were a little bit longer, they would totally. So we're using 3 different inks. Maybe we're just using 2. I think I grabbed that one for no reason. So we're using 2. Early Espresso, Soft Suede, And then we're using 3 Stampin' Blend markers, light Petal Pink, dark So Saffron, and light Calypso Coral. I know that's very confusing, but that is what we're using. I was trying to, you know, make the birds. Okay, here we go. Early Espresso. I'm going to try to not get this ink on myself. Every time I use Early Espresso, I get it all over myself. Look how cute. This is called Bumblebee. And if you've never been to one of my live videos, I will go back and look at the questions afterwards, and I will answer everyone. I also check back the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, so I won't leave you hanging. Okay, one more with the Early Espresso. Actually, 2 more. Uh-oh. I should have known better. I kind of rocked it. Okay, there's that one. That's from Tasteful Touches. And then we have the heart. And we are done with the... We're done with the Early Espresso. Now we're going to use Soft Suede. Okay, I think that's inked up well. Yes. Okay. Now, typically when you use the Stampin' Blend markers, you use Memento ink because this is water-based ink, and you're supposed to use your markers with Memento. But I'm going to break the rules, and I'm using it with the Stampin' Right. But you want to be careful about not touching the other ink, okay? So I'm going to use the smaller bullet point, and this is the light Petal Pink, and I'm just staying away from the edge, like I said, staying away from that other ink. And it's not the end of the world if it gets on there, because, well, birds are not perfect. I've been watching them for, we normally have robins. This year we had wrens. Okay, so I'm going to start with the light Calypso Coral. So I was trying to get the color of the wrens, and these are just the colors that I went with. So it's certainly not exact, but this is the first time in 20 years that we've had a wren. We normally have robins every spring. And now it's like, oh no, we're moving. I'm not going to get to see them again. We're going to buy a wren house though. We're going to have babies again. Because our next house, we don't have anyone behind us. We have a creek and some trees. So now I'm going to take the dark So Saffron, and I'm just going to go over that. And look how that makes that such a pretty color. See? Okay. Just remember, stay away from that Early Espresso color. Pretty cute, right? Okay, now, so we're going to cut out the birds with the birds, the heart with the heart, the greeting with this one, that fell in my drawer, thank goodness. I was like, whoa, where did that go? The nest, and then we're going to cut out 2 Old Olive of those. Okay, so I'm going to move everything aside, and we're going to get the die cut machine. They're the sweetest little birds ever. They don't even jump. Like, they built it on our baker's rack on our deck in our grill cover. And they don't even fly away when we open the door, because you know we have to let Bella out like 20 times a day. They're just the sweetest little calm birds, and they sing beautifully. So yes, I have, uh-oh. That's what I get for talking. Did it not go through? We have lots of humidity in the air. We are fixing to have like 2 days. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to have 2 days of rain. 4 days at the lake. That should get it. Okay, there's that one. And there's that one. Okay, where's my folder to put my dies so that I don't lose one? Now, I did redo my nails. I did them last night. I was going to do them this weekend at the lake house, and I got the tired bug. I don't know what in the world was wrong with me. Well, I had a stomach ache, truthfully. So not only was I tired, but I had a stomach ache. So I pretty much did nothing. I didn't sew. That's normally where I sew is at the lake, and I didn't sew. I pretty much laid around for 2.5 days. I hate doing that because it's like such a waste of time. But I guess my body needed it. Okay, now the greeting. Yeah, so I got back last night and I did my nails. I was going to do them a different color, and I found this polish in my stash from back in the old days when I used to do my own nails. Although they already look like they're like 3 days old. The polish is probably 20 years old. Okay, so I'm going to cut the heart now. And then after this, you know, I'm going to tape this one because I'm having a hard time seeing it. So I'm just going to tape it just to make sure it sticks. And then I'll go ahead and cut one of the birds out, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, Barbara, that's scary. I actually, our wrens did their house on our grill cover, on our baker's rack, and it's not covered from the rain. So I took 2x6s, 3 of them, and covered the top of the baker's rack. So instead of having decoration up there, I had 3 2x6s to protect them from the rain. Yes, I am an overprotective mom. Always have been, always will be. It doesn't matter if you're an animal or a person. Yeah, you should have seen me scaring off that cat today. I was like, you are not eating these babies. I love cats too, but you're not going to eat my baby birds. Okay, that's all the cutting. So now we can make our box. Get all of our pieces. Oh, I have a funny story. When I was a kid, I actually saved a mouse from my cat, and my mother found me with a mouse in my bicycle basket. Needless to say, you know she wanted to kill me. Me with a mouse in my basket. Okay, so this piece measures 10 3/4 by 6. So it's the same box that we made last week and back in March, but completely different measurements. And the reason I'm doing 6 by 10 3/4 is I'm going to be offering my Designer Series paper shares again. And I'm going to offer them 6 by 6 or 6 by 12 like I did last time. And this is a box that you can make with a 6 by 12 sheet. Although you have to cut it down to 10 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to place it on here on the portrait side. And let me get my take your pick tool. And I am going to score it at 1 1/4 on both sides. So 1 1/4. And then on the landscape side, sorry, I was reading comments. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch and 4 3/4. And I'm turning it to do the exact same thing, okay? So 1/2 inch and 4 3/4. Okay, so now I'm going to fold on the score lines and burnish it with my bone folder. Okay, 2 more. Okay, so now we're going to do some cutting. Let's see, get my handy dandy scissors. Okay, so I'm going to cut up to the score line, and then I'm going to trim this tab. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to trim it. And now only on one end, it doesn't matter which end, you're just going to remove these 2 tabs. Okay, so that's how it looks right now. What we're going to do is take our adhesive and we're going to fold these flaps down. So I was saying that I didn't sew at the lake house, and I actually took some, whoops, I can't talk and work at the same time. I took some of my fabric baskets that I'd been working on. I was going to wrap them up and finish them, and I forgot my walking foot at home. So then I was like, okay, that's my sign that I'm just supposed to rest this weekend and do absolutely nothing. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to take the Designer Series paper. This one's going to go here. So I'm going to turn that over. And where's my liquid glue? Again, this is the Bumblebee color. I normally add the paper after I assemble the box, but I do that so that I don't get all confused. But I know because of these tabs are gone over here, I know where it's going. Although I scared myself there for a second. Okay, one more, and then we will finish assembling the box. Oop. Okay, so now we're going to put tear and tape on the... I can't wait for our new adhesive. That was worrying me. Now, what did I do with the whole reason I have this here is because I put my Take Your Pick tool on it and I didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to peel the backing off. And they're going to go into this piece here, okay? So, the back of the box is what I like to call it. Okay? So then it's going to go like this. So then I'm going to put tear and tape on these. Okay, Angie, you have a system. Ruh-roh. You know, I haven't played with the cinnamon cider yet. In fact, I haven't played with any of the colors. I basically got my stuff in, and then we packed up and went to the lake. And I was going to take stuff with me, but I was so exhausted, I was too tired to even pack. That sounds terrible, but it's the truth. Yes, I was too tired to pack. This is funny. Y'all are going to laugh. I actually took dirty laundry to the lake to wash it down there. It's so much easier to wash it down there because the laundry's on the main level. Okay, there's that side. Okay, I see one little section here that didn't get glued down. We'll hold that for a second. Now we get to build all of our stuff on here. So this is going to get added right there in the middle. So I'll go ahead and put some liquid glue on it. And then for these, we're actually going to snip off a little bit. But if you go to cut this, just make sure you don't cut it up here because then you'd end up with two pieces. So cut it down there. And this is going to go here. And then I'm going to cut the second one as well. This is going to go over here. Okay, so just flip it over and add some liquid glue. There's no right or wrong place to put it. You just want to make sure that you leave room for, we're going to put the heart. Let's see. Actually, yeah, right about there. So I say there's no right or wrong place, just so long as you leave room for the heart. Maybe I should add the heart first, technically. And now the nest. You can pop that up if you want, but I'm going to pop up the birds, so there's no need to pop up the nest. So I'm going to take regular dimensionals and then mini dimensionals. So I'm going to use the mini for the heart. And that's just going to go right about there. And then turn both of these guys over and put one dimensional on them. Okay. So I'm going to add this one down here. And since I watched these guys a bunch today, I feel like I'm one with the birds. So cute, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take a sponge, whatever. You could give somebody some cookies, or in the paper crafting world, you can give sponges. And then it slides right inside there, and then we're going to take this fabulous. This is, I've been wanting Early Espresso ribbon for a long time. So this is called Early Espresso Faux Suede Trim. And it is beautiful and it's soft. I love it. And it might be easier to do this outside of the box so that I don't crush my box. Ruh-roh. What am I doing? Hold on. I gotta stop talking. So I'm going to share two things with y'all at the end of my video. For those of you that want to stick around, I'm going to share my pictures, and I'm going to show you what I have holding my Nintendo Switch, because I have played Animal Crossing a little bit. Not too much, a little bit. Okay, so So there's that. And then we want to add just a little bit of bling. So I'm going to take this in color enamel dots and just add one right there. Isn't it so cute? I love it. So it's tall or short. I don't know. What is it? So it is 3.5 inches wide. It is 4 1/4 tall, and it is 1 1/4 thick. So here's the one we just made, and here's the one I made earlier. So cute. Thank you. Do you guys, well, I'll look back for questions in just a minute. So I'm going to show you guys the pictures of the baby because I know that some of y'all want to see them. So this is the nest. Can y'all see that? Look at, okay, there's 4 babies. There was 5. There's 4 babies right there. I know it's blurry. These are taken with an iPhone. And look at their mouths open. Oh my gosh. That's how they looked when they were being fed. Wide open. And no, I didn't get a picture today because I didn't know that she had been training them over the weekend while I was gone. So today, I'm just lucky I got to see them learn and fly away. Okay, so that's the pictures of the baby birds. And then, aren't they so cute? Yes, the, oh, did I put the finished measurements? You know what? I didn't. I need to remember to do that. I'm going to make myself a note. Add finished. Yes, I have chicken scratch for handwriting. Add finished measurements. I will do that. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to add is, for some of y'all, because I've known a lot of y'all for a very long time, do y'all remember back when I made the Kindle clutch? Back in the old days, like 2009, the Kindle was a very small device, and I made a Kindle clutch, and I actually filmed a video, because it was using a Stampin' Up! Die. The scallop square die. So now my Kindle clutch, because the Kindles now are way too big, now I have my Nintendo Switch in there and it fits perfectly. So yeah, that's my, I asked Brooke, I said, I have some extras. Do you want one? She's like, no, I have my own. Can you get the in colors now? Demonstrators can get the in colors now, but customers won't be able to get them until June 3rd. So customers, June 3rd, demonstrators, we can pre-order them now. No, Bumblebee isn't similar to Daffodil Delight. The Daffodil Delight is a much brighter color, whereas this is more like Crushed Curry, actually. When are the new catalogs being mailed out? Denise, for customers, I paid Stampin' Up! To mail them because with the move and everything, I couldn't tackle that this year. So I did pay them. They will be delivered before the catalog goes live. That's about all that we know. Yeah. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Oh, Karen, that's a great question. Is this close to more mustard? I wish I could tell you. I actually don't have more mustard in my possession anymore. I got rid of all that stuff. But if I had to guess, I would say it's not quite that dark. Let me grab the crushed curry and I'll show you the difference. There's not much difference, look. So this is Bumblebee and this is crushed curry. Not a lot of difference. Yeah. Okay, let's see. More mustard is greener. That's a good explanation. Yes, because this is more, I don't know. Okay, how are the baby foxes? Weren't those the cutest things ever? Oh my gosh. So if y'all are friends with me on Facebook, we have a den of red foxes. Last year we had 1 set of babies. And now this year we've had 2 sets of babies. And so when we were down there this weekend, the babies, if you're on the golf cart and you're driving, they're used to hearing the noise. So they'll just come out and play and lay in the street, and they don't even move if you're in a golf cart. Now, if you stop the golf cart, they run. If you're walking, they run, but they're desensitized, or whatever you call that, to the golf carts. So yeah, I have lots of videos and lots of pictures of baby foxes. And the last batch, not this batch is a little bit cuter. The last batch, their ears were bigger than their body. I swear their ears grew first and then their body. This set of babies, their ears are proportion. Okay, let me grab Daffodil Delight real quick and I'll show you that difference. Okay, so now I have all the colors. So this is Bumblebee, So Saffron, Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry, and this is the, oh, I know, Mango Melody. So, Mango Melody, yeah. So if you hold, so this is Crushed Curry, and this is Bumblebee. This is more greeny, It has more green in it, but not as much as more mustard. Okay, pretty big difference though, right? I mean, I think that this is lighter. I like it. Okay, any other questions before I sign off? And the video will be made available tomorrow. I am going to be working on editing it. I'm not going to edit it too much because here's the thing. With everything that's going on, I'm just going to say done is better than not done, and imperfect is better than not done, right? Yeah. So I'm going to post it. Slightly edited. Very slightly. Okay, well, you guys have a great night. I'll see you again on Wednesday morning for Coffee and a Card. And if you are looking to order any of the product, don't forget, as customers, everything that I used tonight will go live on June 3rd. Melissa asked, is there going to be 2 die cut machines in the new catalog? Yes, there's the main size and then there's going to be a mini size, but it's not going to be available on June 3rd. We haven't been given the date yet. With everything that's going on in the world, production of everything, including meat, is limited. And so we don't yet know when it's going to be available, but it is so cute and I can't wait to get my hands on it. But yes, it will not be available when the catalog launches, sadly. But it's okay. We're getting it. So that's the great news, is that it's on the horizon, right? And we're focusing on the positives, because we could certainly go the other direction, but that's no fun, right? Okay. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much. See you later.